No, this is not a sexy. So here we are. Let's go to our door. Look at that. So what's up? Oh, it's so scary here. Scary. Not really. Not really. There's that. There's a thing. Her saying hi. Wave.
Thank you. And I got the cards in my hand.
She's got the cards in her hand. Alright. There's the bed. Alright, there's that. And I can't lie. I love sex happening in my bed. This girl gave me an orgasm that lasted an hour. An hour. Want to know if your lover's your soulmate? Tell them, hey, we come for an hour. Okay, not really, but it does help. Let's tell you about love. Hey, I learned that it really doesn't matter what someone does. If you love them, if you need them, if you are away from them for a second, and it puts you in a dark place, it'll last for an eternity. This year I learned what's important. 2009 taught me what's important in life. It's happiness. Happiness and having someone that we're centered. You guys that we mentioned. Higgin, the Big Mac Rap guys, Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
The Indian guy who sings the McDonald's and he makes the guy that makes the spoof off of the Thunder Roll, the Taco Bell. Anyway, you guys were our inspiration for getting ourselves on YouTube. If we do end up getting a name for our random journals that we hope to post, we always
Kung Fu fighting.
smoke cigarettes. I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna break your leg. That's the
Baby, you
consequence.
can't break kids' legs for smoking cigarettes.
As soon as you turn 18,
He ain't
is what I meant.
gonna break your legs when you're 18.
It'll be when you're 19.
He's a really good guy.
And she never will. So, if you're here just trying to see her lift her shirt, I promise you, that's not gonna happen. We're just trying to be funny.
Okay.
This is what we should have thought of in the beginning.
Oh
This
my
is our
God,
introduction.
that's
No, that's video number 1. So, it is today, October 12th.
12th of 09.
Okay, October 12th of 09.
2009.
Today is
I'm
the
gonna
day
remember
that
shit like the news, you know.
today is the day that we posted our first webcam journal. And this journal starts right now. I hope you enjoyed the other stuff that was going on because that was our introduction and we just I know what we're doing. What our focus is going to be. But our focus today is going to be Harmony and Harmony Met, so that you can get to know us a little bit. It all started with MySpace, ironically. Oh, and here we are on the internet somewhere. No, we're not internet dorks. I promise. Hold on, watch someone use my Jedi to someone. You do not believe that we are internet dorks.
Hold on, can I do one?
Yeah.
I am not an internet dork.
I'm not, I swear, I'm not an internet dork. Alright, anyway. Okay, so we met on MySpace. And the way that we met is that there was a test that went around that was called something like 50 questions that I always wanted to know about you, or that I always wanted to ask, or some shit like that. You know how they are. One of them fucking internet
And
questions.
we both answered all 50
Just skipping ahead.
questions.
Just skipping ahead.
Okay.
Alright. So, I have a friend named Lindsay. Like, if we keep doing this regularly, you will eventually meet him for probably in the next couple weeks. Alright. So, I have a friend named Lindsay, and she sent me the test, and I took it. And then I forwarded it to all my friends. And at the time, I did not know Harmony.
Yeah.
I've heard her one time, like a year before, and it was, hey, this is Harmony, such and such's boyfriend, and like she went right in and out of right in and out. Like I was like, okay, and then like never gave her another thought for like a year later. Right? Well, so I take this test and I pass it on to my friends. Somehow, this girl gets it.
Yeah, and I
Hold on.
answered.
I'm gonna do my side and you do your side.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
the answer part. Yeah. Give me 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I send this test out and don't think about it again. Go to a bar. Thursday nights is karaoke at VIP, yay VIP. And so I go to VIP on Thursday with my friend Lindsay, who I mentioned before. And me and her are talking, and she's like, we're talking about Aaron, who was her boyfriend at the time, and she was dating him like a year ago when I saw her the last time. And she's like, you don't know Harmony? And I'm like, Harmony who? And she's like, Aaron's girlfriend. And I'm sorry, Aaron, but I'm like, Aaron has a girlfriend? I didn't realize that dude was like, I've always liked Aaron. Aaron's always been cool, but I just didn't know he had a girlfriend. Like, I just didn't know he had a girlfriend. I'll leave it at that. So Liz was like, oh yeah. And so she introduces us. And she's like, oh, okay, not introduced. She says, that's Harmony over there. And Harmony's on stage hanging out with Aaron, and I was down at the bar getting beer. And then all of a sudden, like me and Lindsay are talking, and Lindsay goes up to the stage, and I go to get my beer. And the next thing I know, Lindsay and Harmony come up to me, and Harmony goes, "You're Germ?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "From MySpace?" And I'm like, "Yes." And immediately in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell yeah, I'm famous on MySpace. Who's this girl?" And she's like, "I took your test." And I'm like, "Awesome." So then I'm trying to think of what test I might have made online. Because I've never made a test, and I'm like, oh god, what test is it talking about? And then she's like, the 50 question one, da 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 da. And she lists some of them up, and I'm like, oh, that test. Long story short, we spent the entire night hanging out and talking. And that happened every Thursday for about a month before we actually hung out for the first time together.
It was the best conversations ever.
Alright. Now you'll hear her side, and I left the song to you, so you can explain to them about the song. Can't Use Wood is the best song ever made.
But we get to the bar when that stuff all happened, and like, okay, so I tell him like we can't have a relationship because I'm with somebody, in love with somebody.
Here we are partying at her house. We're like hanging out, having some beers, and she's like, "Well, I have a boyfriend. I can't really get in a relationship." What's my reply? I say, "Hey, I have to go pee. Will you tell me where the bathroom is?" She's like, "Okay." So she takes me over to the bathroom, and I'm like, "Oh, it's dark in there. Will you come in with me and like turn on the light because it's scary?"
Yeah.
She says, "Okay." So she goes in first, and I follow her in, and she puts on the light, and she's like, "Here it is. This is this." And then she starts to walk out, and as she's walking out, I grab her, and I'm like, "Wait a second," and I pull her in and give her a kiss. And to my surprise, I did not get slapped. I was expecting. I get a text 2 days later. Did you kiss Harmony in the bathroom? And we've been together 2 years and like a couple months.
You don't do that. So
my question is, why would you cheat? Like, here's my thing on cheating. Okay, like if you are so like, if you're at the point where you're like, okay, look, I want to stick with this person even though I'm dating this person. Either like that's first off, that tells me one thing, that you're not happy in your relationship. So why not just leave that person and keep looking for whatever it is you're looking for? There were things about myself that I didn't know, and I needed to go on a self-exploration. And I know that's not a good excuse. I know that's not an excuse for leaving like the person that you love and that like you obviously are meant for. And anybody who believes in God will like you have to understand like 100% God like does what He does for a reason, whether we understand it or not. And there's no way that there wasn't a little piece of God in all of us, me and her getting together. The way that we first met, the whole entire 2 years relationship, so many things happened. We broke up, and
you want to go into that story?
yeah, my grandma was some milk at this point. She was like, "Here,
I love
have some milk."
I love him.
Anyway, so like it just was a lot of stress. It was like a bunch of shit going on. Our bills were keeping up. Like I reached a breaking point and snapped, and bad things happened. If I wasn't mad at her, I was mad at what was going on at my work at the time. I was mad because I was battling between my soulmate and my grandmother, who I love dearly. I love that woman to death.
I tried to help her give her milk, and then she threw it.
What I've come to realize is my grandmother is jealous of anybody who gets my attention. Anyway, I'm an Aquarius, and she's a Libra. And so all you people who are really, really into the zodiac, that's who you. Those are the water bubbling.